Working on a gas water heater today. They have no flame, so I tried reigniting it, and I cannot ignite it. It has a bad igniter. I checked the connections, and the connection was good. Took it off and put it back on, and still nothing. So I have to remove everything, take out those 4 screws. Before you do anything, make sure you turn off the gas first, and gas is off. All right, gonna have to remove these 3 connections right here. But first things first, make sure it's on the off position. It's off. Gonna use an adjustable wrench. All right, got those 3 connections loose and out. This whole thing can come out. Oops, hold on, forgot that connection. Just take that off. All right, now the whole thing slides out just like that. And we're looking at our thermocouple here. This is usually 90% of the problems. So I'm gonna try cleaning it off with some sandpaper first. I didn't have any sandpaper on me, so I had my ivory cloth from my plumbing supplies. That should work. Clean it off. There's a section in there that you gotta make sure you lift and drop in on the right spot. I put everything back in, put the screws back in, tighten it. Make sure you hand tighten it first, make sure the threads are going in right. And then you can finish it off with the adjustable wrench. Do not over tighten it, just snug it. Turn the gas back on. And we're gonna try to ignite it. I tried igniting it, it didn't work. I manually lit it with the lighter and it still didn't work either. So on to the next step. We're gonna replace that thermocouple. Alright, so that's the thermocouple right there. It's just held in by a clip. Just squeeze that clip, but first thing you want to loosen the wires first. Alright, so like I said, it's just held in by that clip. You could try to pull it out, and that usually works, but I need 2 hands for this. So hold on, pull it out. Alright, I got it out. That's what it looks like. We're gonna take off that clip so we put the new clip in. But first we need to cut this part right here. Just make a cut and pull the whole thing out just like that. That's the old part. Here's a new part right here. It comes with a new clip, but first we need to take off that old clip. Just squeeze it with some flathead and pliers. That's what I did. And then once you get it right there, you can pop it off. And then the new one just pop right in. Just like that. And then the new thermocouple just slips in just like that. It should click once it is in place. You're gonna hear it click and it should extend all the way so that it can ignite easily. And then make sure all the wires are nicely tucked in and neat. And then put everything back in. I removed that sight glass on the right there just so I can manually light it. I do not recommend anybody doing it unless they know what they're doing. I'm only doing this because the igniter is broken and I cannot get that part for some reason. So I lit it, I set it on pilot, and I lit it, and there's a pilot light now. So I know the thermocouple is working. I turn it back to on and the flame is on, and I made sure it stayed on for about 30 minutes, and it stayed on the whole time. So we're good here. All right, and that is it. Water heater is back working again.